this candy.
I definitely scuttled about with my bag of candy and dusted the candy all over the.
Yeah, I have great news. We've been trying so hard. The Good Humor ice cream truck has not been in our neighborhood for 2 months. And all of a sudden, the Pabst Blue Ribbon truck showed up. So I think it's great.
I don't know how great that would be.
Play a song? Does it play a song when it drives around?
Yeah. Oh, my darling. Oh,
So
my darling.
So they brought you your weekend stash?
I tell you. Yeah. Whatever. Cheapest beer and best beer in town.
Hey, we have 3 of us in red today.
It is Friday.
Dick, you're the odd man out.
On Friday. Well, I did wear red last Friday. I didn't know that.
It's all good. Not every day you can be perfect, but I try.
You know what's really sad? Last night I had about 10 of my neighbors come to my house with torches, wearing masks, trying to tear down the statue I have of myself in the front lawn. And I had to protect it.
There's so many questions in that story, Jack.
Yeah.
So many questions.
Good thing you had enough Pabst Blue Ribbon to thwart, all the fire.
You thwarted the attempt. See, the goal is to sit them down and discuss over a beer. And then a few more beers. And then enough beers they forget.
Hey, I've done that. I've gone to, I'll go to let's say a home inspection. And with my client, I know what his favorite beer is. I'll bring a beer for him. And they love it. And when I bring the cashews and the hot dogs, oh my God. It's whatever it takes.
We better clarify you're joking.
Why am I not? I'm not joking.
You're not joking.
No. Whatever it takes.
Well, how is everyone this fine Friday morning?
Fantastic.
A little better now.
Friday, fantastic. A little better now. You weren't bad. You weren't good a second ago.
Well, I wasn't quite awake yet, but now, with
I definitely am not awake yet.
Giggles, yeah, I'm awake.
You got to have a little laughter in the morning. Good morning, Miss Erickson.
Yeah, that'll wake you up.
Good morning, Vietnam. Yes.
We don't want to talk to them. They were rude to us.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, guys, what kind of wins have you had this week? Let's talk some positives.
Robin has a positive also.
Going to be turning in an offer this morning.
Woohoo!
I get a text from Robin last night on our 6 o'clock call, and we're in the middle of the call, and our clients are working together. They're like, "We want to go look at a house," and Robin's like, "We're on a call with Dan. We can meet you." And then she texts me, she's like, "I'll see you later. I'm going." And disappears. And then an hour later, I get a text. They love it. They're going to put an offer in a month. It's fantastic. So doing a bang out job, Miss Robin.
Are you going into a pool of other offers, or are you standing alone with the only offer at this point?
So it just went on the market. It wasn't on MLS last night when we looked at it. And the seller had messaged the buyer on Facebook.
Wow.
Very good.
So we're
That's
going in
intriguing.
early, but it's probably will end up with multiple offers, but I just hope we act fast enough and they.
Well, if the seller, was talking to the potential buyer, then that buyer has an in. There's a relationship of some sort there. So if it's even remotely acceptable to the seller, you may have your deal.
Yeah, we had that's what we're hoping for is the familiar relationship. We had a feel already that they were actually friends of each other.
Yeah.
And the initial starting price was how much when they talked about it, Robin?
185.5.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to get multiple offers, but again, if they want to sell to their friends because they know that they're going to have an easier time negotiating and all that stuff, although you know how that can go, but hopefully, fingers crossed.
Although I will say this, and this is for everyone on the call, if you're going to respond to an agent via text, use their correct name. Robin called you Marita.
What did I do?
No, Heather, when she emailed back, called you Maria.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes to show the professionalism that we handled with that deal. It was,
And what do I do about that? Because even though I asked for it, she never gave me the rejected offer.
take that email as the written proof. If she's not going to send the actual rejected offer, and then we'll
Yep.
just put that in the Mitch file under the rejected offer and then submit for review rejected.
Yeah, print that email.
Yeah.
Hi, Ms. Mara. Hi, Ms. Tess. All right, guys. Good vibes to Jason Thompson this morning. He's about to take his proctored exam for his license. So,
Oh, wow, cool.
Let's all hold hands and say a prayer now.
I'm not holding your hand, Dick.
Yes.
Big Dan, you didn't say hi to me. It's Hope.
I'm getting down the list. I still have to say hi to Scott,
He only,
Isaac, Melissa,
Well,
Nicole, and Hope.
the rule should be no highs until they turn their video on.
And I'm with it. You know what? I'm actually going to click a button on my screen right now. It's going to hide non-video participants.
Oh, I'm driving.
We don't care if you're driving.
I got to say, the other day we had one of our new agents who was on here with her video on and brushing her teeth. So
Hey,
come on.
that's committed.
commitment.
Yes.
Did you use an electronic toothbrush or one of the old-fashioned ones that are manual?
All right, who's done videos this week?
One thing I missed.
Nope.
All right, let me ask you: when you guys do a video, other than Dick, I know his answer. When you guys do your videos, do you sound weird to yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I always sound weird to myself.
Is that partly
Yes.
why you don't do them?
Probably.
Well, that and the looks is what gets me.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror and I see this old woman like, who the hell is that?
Let me jump in on this. Every single person I worked with in radio, now this is radio, there's no video with it, of course, but every single person I worked with in radio hated their own voice. They were embarrassed to say something, record a commercial, whatever it was. Like, oh God, that voice is so horrible. And 99.9% of the time, they were ultimately very successful people and had, the reaction from people was like, that's cool, as opposed to your voice sucks. So it's normal to have that, oh God, I don't even want to see myself on video. Oh, I don't want to hear myself. That's normal. Get over it.
Is your
Just
name
go.
Bobcat? No,
That's
then
why I
your voice
just do
probably doesn't suck.
Facebook Lives. That's why I just do Facebook Lives and I just like throw it out there because
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it and rewatch it. I'm just going to do it once and ta-da!
I'm a bit of a narcissist. I watch my videos over and over and over again. I critique the hell out of myself.
You're
That's the thing.
psycho. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the thing is it's all, you are going to always be ultimately the worst critic in your life. You're going to be the most critical of everything you do because just like our bold laws is don't compare your insides with other people's outsides. You do not compare your behind the scenes with somebody's highlight reel. And when you see my videos and you see me scripting and you see the stuff that I put out and you're like, oh wow, that's so great. I wish I could do that. You're comparing your behind the scenes with a highlight reel. You don't think like some of you got the link I sent you of the video I cut, right? You got the bloopers, 36 different bloopers. If you guys want to watch it, you can, it's funny, but it shows you that you trip through things until you get it down. And that's just how you got to do things. But you want to push yourself into the uncomfortable area where you just do it. Don't think, just do. And that's where the videos are going to be helpful in it. Just taking a quick video and doing a video follow-up on a lead. It can be more impactful than you can imagine because now you're a real person. You're not just an email template response. I've got a cyberbacker. I've got a virtual assistant that works for our recruiting department, and she calls 200 people a day. She's in the Philippines. She's working right now, and it's nighttime in the Philippines. She works overnight because she works our schedule. And everybody thinks that she's just my assistant. She sets appointments for me, and I talk to them. And they're like, oh, I talked to your assistant, very nice, and that stuff like that. But the highest response I get and the highest show rate I get are when they get a video from me or they talk directly to me. So that's why I want you guys to do the same thing is when you have that conversation with them and then you solidify it with a video, you become a real person. Dick has a full-fledged video studio in his office because he's doing videos all the time. And I can tell you that those videos have attributed to a massive success that Dick has, enjoyed in his career. How long have you been doing those videos, Dick?
About 3 years now.
Awesome.
Now, I will tell you one thing, I'm piggybacking on what you're saying. The fact that you're willing to do a video impresses people that they actually start thinking that you're a celebrity. I know that sounds strange, but the fact that you're willing to do it, they think that you are one of the top realtors in the area, because 90% of them will not do the video. But if you do the video, you will get responses, and just keep doing it. And Dan's absolutely right. Keep doing it over and over again. And, there's at least one person out there who's going to love you.
Yeah, and doing the videos humanizes you.
Yeah.
And separates you from so many other people that are text and email. It's funny, we're having this conversation 5 minutes before we signed on here. I reposted that thing about the Moody's analytics thing about Tucson being a city that's going to come back out. I posted the whole thing, and as soon as I said post, I'm like that. I said I should have done a video and read that whole thing, and did it as a presentation, like here on a screen like this for people to see, as opposed to just writing it on the Facebook page. Because that's something that you could have put an emotion and inflection and all of that into, as opposed to words on a page. And that's probably, so I'm probably going to have to go back and just redo that thing and shoot a video.
That's what it's all about. It's finding how to do the ordinary in an extraordinary way.
Yeah. Use Zoom. I'll tell you, Zoom is a wonderful product. It's very easy to use, and you can record the video, and you can actually edit it and then save it, and boom, you're all set.
And you guys want some hilarity? Watch that link I just put in the Google chat or the chat box. Just don't watch it around kids. You know how I am. So, but that's awesome. I want you guys to do that today. So Fridays have always been a lot more motivation and masterminding around a business concept. And I think the video concept is where you can do it. I absolutely love what Larry says, because how many realtors out there are just taking the same article and sharing it again? I'm guilty of it. Like, that actually gave me an aha right now. I know how impactful I am in video form. I know how terrible I am at spelling and grammar. But if I were able to just take something thrown on Zoom, and you can actually create a background for whatever you want. Let's say, hey, we're talking about
what a sexy devil.
Right? Woo! Okay, we're talking about the Sad Cat Diaries.
Yeah. Oh, that's my cat. That's my
and you can say, hey, my name is Big Dan Caldwell. I'm a realtor here in Tucson, Arizona, and I would like to talk to you about something I think is very important. And as you guys know right now, we're going through a pandemic in our life, and we're dealing with a ton of sad cats.
Yeah.
So it's just the silliness behind it, but you guys can do that. Create a background on your video on Zoom. Like Dick says, you can have a free Zoom account. You can record yourself and not have anybody else on the call, and you can use it as a green screen. Or like my favorite. So.
Can I tell you something? There is a company that sells a portable green screen that it's portable, and it just does around you like this, and it's $55. And it's probably the best investment you can make, because then you can create, imagine calling up someone who you want to list their house, and you get a photograph of their house, and you have the house superimposed behind you, and you say, I love this house. I would be honored to help you sell your house. That's got impact. Think out of the box.
Yeah, think about that for sale by owner. Drive by, take a picture of their house.
I do that for sale by owners like all the time.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah,
Of course, I really like the Pabst Blue Ribbon truck better. So I mean,
So here, I'm gonna take raise your hand if you have a closet with sheets in it.
Everybody does.
Exactly. If you've got a sheet that's like a dark color or a single color, it's not paisley and flowery and rocket ships. A single color sheet will work just like a green screen. Because Zoom, when you select that you have a green screen, it's going to look for a specific color and then map that color to the background. So all of you guys in different, rooms, like the only one that I see right now that, Emily's got her video on, and know she's sitting in her living room or her kitchen area, and there's a lot in the background that would not be picked up. All you got to do is sit against a wall that has a single color, or just put a sheet up around you, and then
This
do
is
that.
just
and
my
that will pick-
bedroom and it works
Sure.
well. I mean, I don't have anything beside me besides my bedroom. And
Yeah,
it
let me
works well.
let me take this, unplug it from my big computer, and I move it. I'm gonna move my camera. Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Okay. You all disappeared on me, so I gotta move you back because I'm in my office at the JV, and you can see behind me. So I went from my big batter to an all white background, and the lighting sucks, but you can grab a background, choose a virtual background. We'll do a moving background so you can kind of see the element. See the whiteness around my ears?
No, because you're a
That's-
picture.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
Oh, now you are.
See how it pixelates like that? Now when you do it, you choose a virtual background. I have a green screen.
You look like
Now you have a hole in your
Picking
head.
up, the-
Hole in
picking up
your
the
head.
shininess of my head. Watch. I just cancel that out with my sunglasses.
There you go.
But notice how it no longer pixelates the same way.
Right.
And that's not a green screen. That just happens to be a single color background.
Yeah.
And it's letting me be in the foreground, but it's cutting in a lot better than if I'm gonna click again where it says I don't have a green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna pixelate really bad.
By the way, you can go over to Lowe's or over to Home Depot and buy a can of green chroma paint. If you got one wall in your closet, you can paint that back wall green, and you'll never have to worry about this again.
But yeah, so these are just some ideas for you guys to do some lead generation, some lead follow-up, some.
So,
I-
so Dan, so Dan,
By the way, I have a half gallon of green chroma paint sitting in my office right now. That whoever wants to buy it, let me know. I can. You can get it for a good price.
so Dan, how long ago did you start doing videos?
Years.
You personally?
Years.
Okay. So because
I started doing videos back in the car business because I found that the calls, emails, and texts weren't working. So we implemented a video response, which made it real. And each one of my leads that came in got a video that said, "Hey, my name is Big Dan Caldwell. I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to earn your business. The Corvette you were looking at is still here. Check it out. Here's the rims. Here's the sunroof. Here's the red interior that you were asking for. You may not have seen this in the pictures. Here's this really awesome gear shift that we added to it. It does have window tint. I'm down here on the corner of Broadway and I can't remember the street. It's in Denver. This is like 2013, 2012 when I started doing these. So
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is for everybody watching, it's again, Dan is so smooth at going into these things and starting these videos because again, he's been doing it for a while. Same thing will happen for you. You don't get to that level or the other thing that strikes me more than anything else is I hope that most of you at one point have had a conversation with Josh Berkeley and listened to him talk about real estate and listen to him in an example where people pepper him with questions. Because the guy is unbelievable at how smooth his responses are when talking, answering anything. You can come up with the weirdest twisted question and he'll just very calmly go, well, let me talk to you. Let me have, it just goes. And it's like this automatic response. Well, all I'm saying is you get far more comfortable doing these videos and stuff once you start doing them. And quite honestly, as I said before, the mistakes that you make humanize you. And thus you relate to the people watching you. They may get a laugh out of it. It may be clunky. It may be somewhat embarrassing, but they will still pay attention and it'll set you apart from other people.
You want to be humanized.
I think the word is endearing. Some of the mistakes you make and the goofy things you do, and it's like Dan's outtake reel where he makes his mistakes. That's incredibly endearing because it makes him human. It lets everybody know, no, he's not perfect, but hey, he's pretty good at what he does.
Well, remember the famous words of Jack Kevorkian, humanize versus euthanize.
Yes.
Hey, Dan, I got a question for you.
yeah, what's up?
Hey, I'm gonna hop off the video topic real quick. You had mentioned something a little while back about you using a virtual assistant.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit? Because I've heard of people using virtual assistants in the Airbnb business to be able to like run their bookings for them, but I just wondered how it worked with real estate, like actual like buying and selling.
Well, once you get to a point in your career where you need the leverage of extra support, you can get one. And it's no different than hiring an assistant here in town or having somebody sitting in your office dialing the phone for you and setting appointments. For me, we have myself, David, and Jay that recruit mainly to this business. I am mainly a coach, but I recruit new agents and I talk to new agents. But David and Jay are main recruiters. Our cyber backer is no different than an ISA, an inbound inside sales assistant, where she has a list of names of agents, their email addresses, and she dials the phone all day, lead generating, just like you guys should be doing. She just blind calls these people. Hey, you're an agent. You want to change your life? Let me set up some time for you at Keller Williams. I mean, very roundabout thing. No different than you would be doing, going through a list of contacts and a circle reference. Hey, this is Big Dan Caldwell at Keller Williams. So you probably don't know who I am, but I just sold the house in your neighborhood, and I want to talk to you more about what the home values in your neighborhood are increasing or decreasing, or however it impacts you, kind of thing. So the cyber assistant or the virtual assistant, cyber backer, just the company they're called. The virtual assistant is a hired asset that just, that's their only purpose, and they don't need to come in an office. They work remotely. It is outsourced because it's a company in the Philippines. Keller Williams thing, and they are trained to do one and one function only. I hope you get to the level of your career soon that you need one, and then we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, I just
Oops. You
talked
need
about
better
using
customers.
virtual assistants real estate.
Yeah, we can use them. I've got teams that use them for transaction coordinating. I got teams that use them for, appointment setting, and I got teams that use them for vendor coordinations. It really depends on what they need and what they're used for. It's noted, just like the MREA states, the first thing you need is an admin assistant, an admin to take over the role, not somebody to replace you as lead generator.
Got it.
And we already have our admins. That's the rest of our staff.
We got a great staff. We really do. We have a great staff of brokers, production coaches, OPs, dopies, everything.
OPs and dopies?
Yeah.
It's all about you guys. I mean, you guys are the greatest agents on earth, so we want to make sure that we're our top notch for you. But I want you guys to get comfortable being uncomfortable in videos. Who's got a TikTok? Let's bring it to the modern day. Mara's got a TikTok. I've got a TikTok. I'm sure Zach's got a TikTok. Isaac, but he's not. He's lying to us. I know Charity does. She's kind of gangster. But guys, go watch some of those videos on there. They're not just entertainment. I want you to go watch for the technique. I want you to go watch for the way that they inflex their voice and the way that they, control the camera and just have fun with it. You can tell somebody's been doing it for a long time versus an amateur and somebody just got into it. And go pick up some of the tricks that they do. It's not just camera stationary, talking into it, being robotic and emotionless. You're trying to project your energy, your reality, who you are as an individual person. You're humanizing yourself into the video. Notice when I talk to you guys, it's a lot of hand movement. My head moves. I talk. I influx. I wiggle around. It'd be a whole lot different if the whole call I was just sitting like this.
Oh, absolutely.
And then sometimes you would say, I think Dan glitched. He's frozen. I've done this intentionally on my staff meeting calls just to screw with David. I have sat completely still and tried not to blink until I saw him look away.
Yeah.
And then every time he looked back, he's like, Dan, did you freeze? No.
If you could only wiggle your ears.
Oh, geez.
So, but that's that. I want you guys to have fun with the videos, and that's what they're all about. I still want to see the videos. Send me one, and it could be a 30-second. Hey, my name is Teresa Zizak. I am a realtor at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. You don't know me the way that you should. Let me be your friend. My coach says I got to do this, so I'm doing it. Right? My tagline is your friend in real estate. It's very easy. I did a video yesterday on TikTok because I was like, you know what, hell, I'm going to go with it. And I said, you know what, guys? Now I'm your friend on TikTok. Be their friend. Make a friend. People don't buy just houses, land, and buildings. People buy people. And I talked to an agent last night. She's a new recruit. She's coming from a long line of liquor sales. Her husband's a computer software engineer and he owns a company. So like massive influence in their community. And she told me that her and her husband had bought 5 houses together in the community. And I was like, that's fantastic. How many different agents did you use? What do you think she said?
5.
Really?
5 different agents.
Boy, that's terrible.
My thoughts exactly, Dick, and that's what I told her. My next question, were any of them Keller Williams agents? No. I was like, great, you're going to see why we're a different company when you come on board. And then I gave her my line. I don't want you to sell one house. I want you to sell them all. And the only way you do that is you create a relationship. You create a foundation. You create a friendship. Who's got a friend that you haven't talked to in years, but when you guys start talking again, it's like nothing happened. No time had passed. Everything's gone linear. It's back to where it was. And then you high five, give a hug, give a kiss on the forehead, whatever you do, you send them on their way. And a few years happens by and you run into them again. Same thing, right? You know what they call that? Friendship. It's not a constant engagement. My 3 best friends have been my 3 best friends since I was in 8th grade. I got a text from one of them yesterday, sent me some pictures of a great white shark and some killer whales. I'm not going to go into the details of the text message. But he's like, hey, bub, I miss you. Just thinking about you. And then he's like, I appreciate them. And he told me, he's like, I appreciate that my friend has a sick imagination like I do. He's like, you're welcome. Your friend has a messed up mind, and I'm glad you enjoy it. I was like, I really do. I love you, man.
You are a dangerous but lovable fellow.
And you guys think I'm weird. You should meet my best friends.
No. I meant that as a compliment. You gotta stand out from the rest of the herd.
And that is an absolute great thing to say, Dick. Be different. We talked about that earlier this week, right? Be different. How are you going to be different today? I want you to ask that question to yourself right now and write it down. Send me a text message, put it in the chat. If you feel comfortable with it, send me a video of how you're going to be different. How are you going to be better than you were yesterday? How are you going to be better than your competition down the street? And how are you going to be better for your clients in the long term?
Dan, you're talking about mindset. And that's the most important thing that we can all do. You've got to figure out who you are, how you brand yourself, and remember, you're never going to have everybody buy from you. But if you have 1/10 of 1% of the people you talk to buy from you, you are a very successful person. So be yourself, accentuate who you are, and be different from anybody else.
One thing I did, I guess I didn't think about it, but you have Facebook, and I had got away from Facebook years ago. I had it when I lived in Croatia just to connect with family and friends back here. And then I pretty much didn't need it once I got here because you had the telephone. So I just didn't use it. So after I got into real estate, I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Well, my buyers that I helped them buy a home in December and closed, I hadn't asked them or even told them that I had a Facebook account. So I reached out, sent them a text and said, hey, I'm on Facebook. You want to connect with me? And so she did. it was really nice. I was able to, some pictures of her little girl and stuff. And then I noticed she was really sad the other day because her husband's deployed. So I just reached out, with a private message, thinking of you, you hang in there and hopefully, Tyler will be back soon. And obviously it really touched her. And she responded back very appreciative that I was thinking about her. And that's what it's all about. Just seeing that she wrote a tiny little sentence on her Facebook page, just feeling sad. And I don't know if anybody else even picked up on it, but just to be intuitive and listen and watch to pick up on that might be a big impact someday.
Teresa, that's fantastic. I want to call you Mama Teresa, not Mother Teresa. I want to call you Mama Teresa.
Mama T.
Please.
Well, at least you got mama. I told you the other day, I'm grandma to all the kids at the skate park. So I need to color my hair.
Well,
Okay.
Oh, no, don't color your hair.
they used to call me.
I'm proud to be a grandma. I'm a grandma.
I am.
They used to call me Mother Teresa, and that was a little conflicting. I could never live up to that.
So,
Oh, man.
Tess, here's your video challenge. You want a skateboard.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I want it on video.
Even if it's just 3 feet.
No, I
But
do get to do my
think about it.
bicycle.
Think about it. Think about it.
Photoshop it.
You get a video piece of you on a skateboard and use that. Everybody's going to go, this lady's on a skateboard. Holy, you got to see this.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. That's what Dan's talking about. Be different, be weird, be strange. Think about those
Oh, my
oddball things
God.
and put it on.
My son and I were brains. My son.
Hey, folks, I gotta, I'm really, shy, but I gotta say this. The other realtors and other brokerages are not doing what we're doing. You guys are so unique, and you are the uniqueness of the unique here in Keller Williams. You all are wonderful, and all you gotta do is get the word out about you. I mean, every one of you is great. And you want to care about your clients, and just, don't be the greatest story never told. And video is how you can tell the story. And you don't have to be a movie star. You don't have to be perfect. Be humanized versus euthanized, and you'll be fantastic.
Oh, Dick.
It never ends. It
Never
never ends.
Awesome. Well,
But I'm
guys,
right.
But it's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining this call. On one more thing on uniqueness, how do you catch a unique client?
A rope.
Unique up on them. All right, guys. Have a great day.
But jeez.
And